Oblivion walkthrough for nextgenwalkthroughs.com. Find the Heir level. Heir. I don't know. Heir. I think it is. Yeah, it's Heir. Anyway, find the Heir. And this one will be going to the Oblivion Gate, and I will be talking through this guy because he's just talking nonsense anyway. Well, he's telling you that no one lived through the gate and they're all dead and we're all gonna die. Hell is upon us. But yeah. So this video just has me going to the gate and that's it. I will be going through the gate in the next video. So this one is pretty relatively short video and a lot of talking though. And I'll stop talking when the captain starts talking. And it's also where, at least if you're following the main quest, it's where you start fighting, you start really fighting for the first time. And you have to go to Kavach, or the bottom of Kavach, I guess. And you'll notice at the beginning that you can fast travel everywhere that you want to go, but later on you're not going to be able to do that. Like after Cloud Road Temple, you're not going to be able to do fast travel everywhere that quests want you to go. And at the beginning of the game, anywhere that you have on your map, then you can fast travel. Let me say that again. At the beginning of the game, any location you have on your world map, you can fast travel to because you know of it. But later on, when they start sending you places and giving you new map markers, you're not going to know those places, so you can't fast travel there, so you have to walk there. And that's at the beginning of the game, you know where all this is, just because they're kind of giving you a break, I guess. And yeah. Cities, though, you're going to know where they are. Little towns, you're not going to know where they are. And that's why you can fast travel some places and others you can't. Also, Daedric shrines later on, you're going to have to find every single Daedric shrine. You're never going to know where any of them are, so you have to walk there and then... Hope is gone. And also, having a map marker does not mean you know where it is. It just means that you know where it is on the map, but it doesn't mean that your characters, like the game, has found it for you, so... That's why you have to walk there. If any of that made any sense, I hope it did. But yeah, cities you can fast travel to right away. Other places like markers, caves, and castles, broken down castles, and everything else, you're not going to be able to. Towers and all that. Anyway, so I'm using a torch as usual for a while till I get some night ice spells, I guess, and walking up to Kavach. And this is where I'm going to stop talking pretty soon. But right here I duplicate health potions. And if you notice something, when you look up, every time you're near an Oblivion Gate, the sky turns kind of red. And it kind of looks, I don't know, it's kind of almost like hell maybe. And that's kind of what the designers called Oblivion. They called it hell. And yeah, makes sense. I mean, fire and burning and pain sounds like hell to me. I know there's not any beer in hell. For those of you that say hell's gonna be so great, but that's religious. Let's not get into that. This is a game. It's not really. Anyway, yeah, you can see all the potions are just jumping down the hill, rolling down the hill. And I'm not getting every single one, which is kind of a waste of time. But yeah, I just duplicated some of those. If you want to know how to duplicate, check out the video before this, as always on nextgenwalkthroughs.com. And well, up here you're going to be getting to the encampment, and no talking yet, not until you defeat all of the stunted scamps. And these are the normal scamps. I mean, well, these are like smaller versions of the actual scamps, and you don't start fighting actual scamps until later. And I skip most of the actual scamps just because they take so long to kill, and it's just not worth it. But yeah, a lot of the fighting in this game I will be speeding up if it takes way too long. And I will just be speeding up the fighting, nothing else, so you don't have to worry about that. But the guard's going to start talking, so I'm going to stop.
Stand back, civilian. This is no place for you. Get back to the encampment at once. We lost the damn city. That's what happened! It was too much. Too fast. We were overwhelmed. Couldn't even get everyone out. There are still people trapped in there. Some made it to the chapel, but others were just run down in the streets. The Count and his men are still holed up in the castle. And now we can't even get back into the city to help them, with that damned Oblivion Gate blocking the way. The only thing we can do, we'll try to hold our ground, that's what. If we can't hold this barricade, those beasts could march right down and overrun the encampment. I have to try and protect the few civilians that are left. It's all I can do now. You want to help? You're kidding, right? If you're serious, maybe I can put you to use. It'll likely mean your death, though. Are you sure? I don't know how to close this gate, but it must be possible, because the enemy closed the ones they opened during the initial attack. You can see the marks on the ground where they were, with the great gate right in the middle. I sent men into the gate to see if they could find a way to shut it. They haven't come back. If you can get in there, find out what happened to them. If they're alive, help them finish the job. If not, see what you can do on your own. The best I can say is good luck. If you make it back alive, we'll be waiting for you. You mean the priest? Last I saw him, he was leading a group towards the chapel of Akatosh. If he's lucky, he's trapped in there with the rest of them, at least safe for the moment. If he's not, good luck. It's a brave thing you're doing.